Hi friends, I'm Al. Welcome back to Al's Vinyl Collection. Today I have a series of videos. I believe I'm going to release these two at a time, or all on the same day of course, by artist. Today is February 3rd, 2023. It is 64 years since February 3rd, 1959, commonly known as the day the music died. February 3rd, 1959 is a date that has always, since I was about 16, has stuck with me every year and has always made me feel quite emotional every year, as it's the day that marks the passing of Buddy Holly, Ritchie Valens and J.P. Richardson, or the Big Bopper. Their music has touched my life in ways I can't even begin to explain. I first heard Buddy Holly through my mum. I owe her everything. I owe her so much for my music taste. Buddy Holly, so basically back when I was about 16, this was before Spotify was really taking off. My mum, on her laptop, she had all this music she'd bought over the years. So there was the very best of Buddy Holly on there. And I remember I was in my exam season at school and I needed some music on my phone to take my mind off everything, and I usually would listen to AC/DC, but I wanted something new that I hadn't listened to that would really kind of refresh my mind, kind of a clean slate, so I could almost disassociate with everything I knew. So I went onto my mum's laptop and I found Buddy Holly, and I remember her liking Buddy Holly. I know she'd mentioned him a few times, and I think I knew the song Every Day. I think a lot of people do. It's a very popular song. So I put those songs onto my phone and I started listening to them. And the next thing I knew, I was watching the Buddy Holly Story film with Gary Busey. Don't get me started. I'm not a fan of that film at all. I was when I first watched it, but the more I watch it, the more I realise how inaccurate it is, and I'm not a huge fan of Gary's portrayal of Buddy. But that aside, I watched that film and I loved it, and suddenly I was wanting to be like Buddy Holly. I remember the guitars, so I'm a guitarist, and I would play lots of AC/DC on my guitar, lots of rock, and suddenly I was putting my clean channel on, and I was playing open chords instead, and I was playing around with kind of 50s style chords and riffs. And then through Buddy Holly I found out about Ritchie Valens, and I watched La Bamba, and then obviously I found out about the Big Bopper and listened to more of their music and just spiraled, and that was the start of my music taste now. And yeah, so every year I feel really sad on this day, and I feel a bit heartbroken because it's so tragic. It's so tragic, especially passing the age that Buddy was when he passed. I mean, Ritchie Valens was 17 when he passed away, which is awful. I think Buddy was 22, and I'm 23 now, and it just makes me think. It has quite often made me think about my life. But I want to dedicate today to listening to their music. So I've chosen 2 songs for each of the artists, and then one song by Eddie Cochran, which is dedicated to the 3 stars, and it's called 3 stars. So we're going to start with Buddy Holly today. So the first Buddy Holly song I want to listen to, I've chosen Well Alright and True Love Ways. True Love Ways is a beautiful, beautiful song. My mum loves it. I love it. I'm hoping it will be my first dance song at my wedding, even when that happens. But let's listen to True Love Ways. I'll listen to both of these songs back to back, and then I'll just kind of briefly share some thoughts. But this isn't going to be like a deep dive. It's just going to be more of an appreciation of the music, I think. So let's listen to, this is True Love Ways.
Yeah, we're rolling.
Okay.
Quiet, boys. Picture.
I love hearing studio stuff like this.
Just you know why you and I will by and by know true love ways. Sometimes we'll sigh. Sometimes we'll cry, and we'll know why. Just you and I know true love ways. Throughout the days, our true love ways will bring us joys to share with those who really care. Sometimes we'll sigh, sometimes we'll cry, and we'll know why. Just you and I know true love ways.
I just want to say how beautiful this song really is. There is so much beauty in the instrumentation of this song. I think the saxophone is just absolutely gorgeous, and there was the harp as well. I believe that was a harp descending there. I thought that was, I'm always with this song. I'm always almost rendered speechless by how beautiful the orchestral arrangement is, and also Buddy's vocals. I mean, they're absolutely lovely.
Sometimes we'll cry, and we'll know why. Just you and I know true love
So beautiful.
Our true love will bring us joys to share with those who really care. Sometimes we'll sigh, sometimes we'll cry, and we'll know why. Just you and I know true love ways.
That truly is one of the most beautiful songs I've ever heard. I love it so much. I love Buddy's vocals. I think the lyrics are just so lovely as well. I've always, in my saddest moments, those lyrics, sometimes we'll cry, sometimes we'll sigh, sometimes we'll cry, have always come back. And it's really odd. And I love this song so much. So much. I think it's such a beautiful song. And to change the vibe a little bit, I've chosen Well Alright. Obviously Buddy was incredible with rock and roll. He was an incredible rock and roller, and I could have chosen a lot of songs. I looked at Rave On, Oh Boy. I was looking at That Makes It Tough, which is one of the songs, one of the last songs he recorded in his apartment as a demo, which I love as well. And there's also That's What They Say. I love all of Buddy's stuff, but I wanted to choose this because this is upbeat, but again, I love the sentiment to this song, and so this song's sentiment reminds me almost of What to Do, and that's another song that I just think is absolutely beautiful. That song has helped me through the lowest point through heartbreak, Buddy Holly with What to Do. But this is Well Alright.
Well, alright, so I'm being foolish. Well, alright, let people know about the dreams and wishes you wish in the night when lights are low. Well, alright, we'll live and love with all our might. Well, alright, our lifetime love will be alright.
I really love that chorus there. I love how he goes higher, saying, "Well, all right," and then he brings it down. We'll live and love with all our might. I love the control over his voice, and I love the melodies he's written, and also just the whole song sounds great. Even I imagine this must have been 1957 or 1958. I think this album might be a 57, but don't quote me on that. It's one of the two. It's 57 or 58. The mixing is really, really great. The vocals sound amazing. I'm always floored almost by how great these older songs sound. When you look at how easy it is today to open up a digital audio workstation and produce a song and to work on vocals, and you have 100 different equalizers at your fingers as plugins, and you've got thousands of plugins to work with. And then you look at the equipment, the hardware they were using in the 50s and the 60s, and they have these amazing sounds. It's incredible, really.
Our lifetime love will be alright. Well, alright, so I'm going steady. It's alright when people say that those foolish kids can't be ready for the love that comes their way. Well, alright,
So delicate in the vocal there.
alright, we will live and love with all our might. Well, alright, our lifetime love will be alright. Well, alright, we'll live and love with all our might. Well, alright, our lifetime
Love the guitar work.
will be alright.
I love that song so much. I love it. I love the difference in dynamics as well. I really love it. I love the acoustic guitar sounds saturated. Obviously, it's just distorted through Buddy's playing. I think it was Buddy playing. I know they had. Is it Nicky Sullivan was the rhythm guitarist at one point? But there's only one guitar, so I assume it's Buddy. But I love that in the verses it's delicate, and in the our lifetime love will be alright, the guitar playing is delicate, but when you have well alright, he's really hammering the guitar to the point where it's almost clipping, to the point where it is clipping, and then also the drums as well, that rhythm on the ride. Jerry Allison is an incredible drummer. I can't drum. I would love to learn, but I've learned kind of the few things I know about drums. I've learned through watching videos about Jerry Allison and the various techniques he used, especially the Peggy Sue paradiddles. I think they're really cool. I remember him saying in an interview that was the original paradiddle beat for Peggy Sue was composed on a cardboard box. And I believe in every day he was slapping his knees for percussion, just various techniques of just kind of playing the drums on his knees, which I think is amazing. It's ingenious, really. Buddy Holly really, really does hold a special place in my heart, and I really love his music. Of the three artists we'll be looking at in this session, obviously this video is Buddy, but of Richie Valens, The Big Bopper, and Buddy has really touched my life more than anyone else. His music has carried me through some of my highest and lowest points, and he's influenced me way more than I can say. I just love his music so much. Buddy Holly is one of my real idols, you know. So I hope this gets to the right side of YouTube, and I hope some Buddy Holly fans see this, and perhaps we can all become friends. I'd love to listen to more Buddy on this channel. Maybe I will off my own back, you know. Lots of people have requested a lot of stuff, but maybe I'll just say, yeah, we're listening to Buddy today. Thank you for checking out this video. It's a sentimental video for me, so I'm not going to do the usual. I'm just going to say, I'm not going to do the usual like, subscribe stuff. I'm just going to say, cherish music. It breaks my heart every year that I've known and loved Buddy's music, Richie's music, the Big Bopper's music. It breaks my heart to know that they're not here, and how tragic their passing was. And every year I grow to love them more, and I just think we're blessed with music. We're blessed with amazing musicians who give us their craft. So love who you love, and I love this music.